One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. May grace and peace be multiplied unto you. You know, hey, what is black culture? What is black culture? Like in 2026, what is black culture? What are we considering black culture in 2026? I mean, a lot of people try to say a lot of different things. I know a lot of people want to, try to come up with all these great things. But man, we can't sugarcoat it, man. We got to be real. We got to talk about what it really is. We can have all these thoughts in our mind of what we really want it to be and all of that, man. But I'm not talking about because this group of people over here doing this good thing or this group over here doing that good thing. I'm talking about the group as a whole. All of us as a whole, man. What is the culture? Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think the culture is right now. Because when you look around and you look at what makes culture, music, art makes culture. Um, all the arts, music, dance, all of those things. How we operate, the morals, the morals, the morals and the values that make culture. How we live make makes culture. What we respond to, what we consider. Uh, I guess I already said it, but those three things like music, the way we live, how we do things, the habits and the values that we have, that's what forms our culture. And look at what we do in our culture. Our culture has been become known for degeneracy right now. We're not respected no more like we used to be. Black people used to be respected, believe it or not. We used to have self-respect for one, and we was respected by everybody at one time. I don't care what you think you know, stop it. Black people used to be respected, but now we just degenerates. Did I say all of us were degenerates? I did not say that. I said we are degenerates as a whole. You can't get one without the other. You can't separate one without the other. We all in this right here together. Whether you want to label yourself this way or not, that's fine. If you're not living that lifestyle, that's fine. But you're still gonna be looked at as all the degenerates. You're still gonna be seen just like all of the all of the degenerates are seen. And I'm personally tired of it. I don't know about y'all. I mean, some people are gonna keep supporting it because they just so against white people that they're gonna just continue to support the nonsense. Man, but we just gotta call it like it is. Our culture is screwed up, man. And you don't I mean just look at what we're doing in our culture, man. We all about gunplay. You know what I'm saying? We all about gunplay. We all about all of these negative type of things. You know what I mean? That's how we living right now. We don't care about life. We don't care about each other. We don't care about anyone. We have no love for anybody. We just don't have it. I mean, everything we do does not represent love. Some people always talk about black people the most loving this. Well, I don't see the where are these black people at that's got all this love? Because I don't ever see it. All I see is if you try to call it out, that's showing love. Somebody calling out the degenerate behavior is showing love, and that person gets labeled Uncle Tom, all the names that all the derogatory negative names that you can think of. That person is gonna get called that for showing love. Love ain't always gonna come in making you feel good. Sometimes love is about justice. Sometimes love is about discipline. Sometimes love is about correction. But see, we can't do that in our community. So we talking about love. We don't care about love. We care about as long as you standing beside me when I'm wrong. That's what we care about. We don't care about love. Ain't nothing we do it representing love. Nothing. Look at our families. Look at our culture, our family culture. You can go, you put up 10 out of 10. I won't say 10 out of 10. I would say about seven out of 10 black people. You go up to them and you say, you ask them are they married. They're not going to be married. They're not going to even be in a serious, stable relationship. They're going to say my baby mama or my baby daddy. That's the conversation. That replaced marriage. Husband and wife, that used to be what we said. But now we say baby mama, baby daddy. That's the talk. That's the culture right now. Because I think it's like 70% of the babies born outside of wedlock. And then the women are mad because the men ain't paying child support. Why he don't want a family? Why he don't want a family? He didn't want to. If he didn't marry you, he didn't want a family. He wanted sex. You gave him what he wanted. That just y'all just so happened to be made a dumb mistake and didn't use protection, and now you got pregnant. And now you saying why he'll just do this? He was if he wanted to marry you, he would have married you before. If you wanted a family, you would have got married before too. But see, you getting a different message as a woman. They're starting to turn y'all into men, telling y'all to just sleep around, just have sex and make sure you like the sex first. Listen, if you ain't been with nobody else, there ain't nobody else to compare it to. If all they had a cheeseburger to eat and all it was given a cheeseburger, and I got that cheeseburger when I was hungry, I would eat that cheeseburger and I wouldn't know that it was anything other than that cheeseburger out there. And that cheeseburger would be the best cheeseburger I ever had. It's not until I try a double cheeseburger where I started realizing, oh, well, maybe I want the double cheeseburger. But I would never know that if I don't try the double cheeseburger. So if I stay with what I know, if I only get one option, then I don't get to have a comparison. But if I eat both and I like the double cheeseburger better, and then you take the double cheeseburger away and say I can only get the cheeseburger, I ain't gonna want the cheeseburger. I want the double cheeseburger. Same thing go with sexual relationships. You don't have all these sexual relationships and then try to get into a marriage with somebody and you wondering why you say, well, um, this relationship ain't complete because I'm not sexually satisfied. Well, that wouldn't be a problem if you would get married before you have sex and only have sex with that person. You will eventually get better. Both of y'all will become better over time. That's what you're supposed to build that together, not just throwing yourself out to everybody and then thinking you're gonna come into a marriage and everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna be consistently comparing each other to previous people that might have had more experience and might have been doing something different. We the culture is like really really screwed up. The music we listen to is screwed up. You're not gonna tell me it's not screwed up. Listen to it. If you think that music is all right, then your spirit is and your heart is in the wrong place. If you think listen to kill, gang, gang all the time is good, then something's wrong. But that's culture. Sexually, we perverted. The black culture is sexually over sexualized, perverted. And we so caught up in it, we can't see how crazy we look to everybody else. And somebody gonna say, well, I don't care about what everybody thinks. You don't have to. You don't have to care about what anyone thinks. Just remember that it's you that's representing yourself doing that type of behavior. Whether you care, they still looking at you like you're crazy, like you have no self-respect. How does a group of people get anywhere If they don't have respect for themselves, no one else respects them, yet they want to be seen as respectable. It can't happen. You can't have it both ways. It's not going to be both ways. It's going to be one or the other. Either you're going to choose to be respectful and respect yourself, or you're not. And don't expect nobody else to give you something that you ain't rightfully earned. But that's the culture we live in. Perversion, hatred, ready to fight at the drop of a dime for nothing. Ready to listen to shoot 'em up, gang, gang. That's the culture. Be a gangster. Walk around gangstered out. That's all we got today. We're not productive at all. We're destructive. And we take pride in what we can destroy. You see the same videos I've seen. You watch the same things I've watched. You've seen what we do in those situations. You've seen us go in restaurants and just act a fool. Go behind the counter, no respect. Throwing stuff, throwing food, throwing drinks, just on top of the counter. Coming through the drive-through window. You done seen the same videos I've seen. They're everywhere. Now they got this thing called black fatigue. Whoa. Ain't never that's crazy to me. I never thought in my lifetime I see a time where people say black fatigue. They sick of black folks. It's never been the case. That's never been the case. The propaganda has done a number on black people. I mean, and the black race hustlers has really screwed us up as black people. We hate for nothing. We got hatred in our hearts for no reason. 2026, you got all the opportunities, more opportunities than anybody ever had before you. Yet the people before you did better than what we're doing right now. They don't seem crazy to you. Yeah, we got stuff, but they had something of value. They had pride. They had dignity. They had respect. We got stuff, but we don't got no pride, no dignity, or respect. Because that's the culture. The culture say, no, we're going to be degenerates. The culture say we're going to be defiant at every second we get. That's the culture. And we take pride in it. We take pride in it. When I was coming up, man, there was 5%ers everywhere. There was, and I'm just, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying I side with any of this. I'm just talking about just out of pure. I'm just strictly talking about from a respect perspective. I'm not saying I align with anything. Any group that I'm about to name. I'm not here to say I align with it. What I am here to say is, from a respect perspective, it was much respect when the 5% was big. Being a 5% used to be a big thing back in the '90s and prior to. The conscious community back in the '90s was strong. The 5%ers were strong. The Nation of Islam was strong. Just everyday black men, whether they were Christian, whether they was Muslim, whatever they were strong men in all denominations, in all religion, in all systems of thought, system of belief, all belief systems. From the 5%ers all the way to the Christians, they all were stand up men, and their communities represented that. The young men wanted to be like them. What do the young men want to be like today? The gangsters. Something's wrong with us. Something's wrong with this community. We're too proud of degeneracy and being on the bottom. We're too proud of it. And we can't, one hand, you're saying we can't get anything. Then when you give a person the answer to show them how to get it, they say, "Oh no, that's we can't do that because the white man stuff. So what you gonna do? Be broke and poor and poverty the rest of your life, just doing the same old, same old? Nobody wants to listen to anything. It's just gonna continue the same cycle. Men has to get back to being strong again. What you men are doing, you have allowed women to condition you and to make you believe that being a man is something wrong with it. If you ain't got no strong, if you take away the strength, it's over. It's over. Women ain't. They keep telling women they strong, and they putting them above the men, and it's hurting the black community worse than anybody else. I'm not saying they're not good women. I'm not saying that, but when they put that word strong up there, it goes to people's heads. They're not the strength. There's no nation that can be strong without the men. I don't care how good these women are. They are not going to be. Women are not holding. Women are not structured. They're not built like men. They're not. They don't have the structure that men has. They don't have the authority, presence that men has. Look at any child as they grow and watch how they start getting a little bit more disrespectful with mom, getting a little more, as they grow a little taller, get a little bigger, they get a little more disrespectful. They don't listen as much, especially when ain't no man around. Why do you think they do that? But you take a man that's in that same situation, he ain't got to throw his weight around. He don't got to yell, but his presence is authority. And when you take that away, you got nothing. And that's when destruction happens. It's like a army. You take away an army's strength, people infiltrate, and everything is no structure, no organization. It's all bad. They got you thinking that you don't supposed to be a man, that you're supposed to be strong. Well, look at our community and tell me where has it gotten us? Man, you're gonna have to get back in control of your children and your families. Each individual person is gonna have to get their situation. Each individual man needs to get his life in order. So if you already got kids and you made mess around and had kids, and you didn't want to have them, but you had them people you didn't want to have them with. So what? Oh well. That's it's so what. You need to get back in that child's life and create some structure because our youth are out of control, and ain't nobody there to stop them. These young kids is doing this. They not coming from two parent. I mean, they might be coming from two parent homes, but most of them are not. Now you always gonna have people do crime, but the rate is too high in our community because we have too many mothers trying to raise sons. They ain't gonna be able. What we need is men. We like to be a part of things. We like to be in a pack. We like to be in a group with men and growing and building with men. You can't do that with your mom. So where you gonna find it at? You're gonna hit the streets, especially if you're in the neighborhood. You in the poverty. If you live with your mom alone, you're probably gonna be in poverty, and it's probably gonna be gangs around or some type of criminal activity that you're gonna think you're gonna get in because you got to be the man of the house, and you're gonna try to go out and hustle. I gotta be the man. Instead of going to get a job, you gonna team up with your peoples in the hood. They getting money real fast. You want fast money too because you tired of starving every night. You tired of not wearing good clothes to school. So you gonna join up with them, and then you gonna find yourself in prison. Most of the prisoners, single mother homes. No disrespect, but this just the facts. I ain't make them up. You can go look it up for yourself. I don't make these facts. This is just what it is. You gotta do better than this, man. Our communities are suffering big time because we don't have no structure and the men ain't being men no more. And if you'd have made babies, so what? You need to get back out there and you need to get out there and get with them kids, do the right thing. because we looking crazy. Complaining about white people all day is not gonna fix anything. It's just not, because they can't do nothing for us. We the only ones can fix our problems. But y'all keep blaming them like they think about you, man. They going on building their life, living their life. They got their families intact. They doing what they supposed to do with their side. We ain't doing it. We too busy looking at everybody else trying to point the finger somewhere when the person that we need to be looking at is the person in the mirror. What is black culture? Right now it's just degenerate. Every time you look around, we done something else crazy. I hope this reach somebody and change somebody's mind or something. I hope. Because it's crazy out here right now and we gotta do better than this. It's crazy. Y'all take care.